Hi, guys. This episode of the Basshole podcast is sponsored by Boomerang Energy. Boomerang Energy is a Duluth-based energy drink that contains more natural and healthy ingredients while still keeping its incredible taste and long-lasting energy to get you through the day. Even though the Timberwolves bring us down with their lack of play, Boomerang Energy is here to save the day. Use the code BASSHOLE for 10% at checkout on your next purchase. All right, guys. So welcome back to this episode of Timberwolves Talk. As you know, we took a little week-long break for the All-Star game. We're rejuvenated.
Yes, sir.
We got new attitudes now.
We're in person today. Come on now.
We're in person today, back on spring break.
Is this the second ever Timberwolves Talk in person?
I think so. We don't do too many of these in person. We do a lot of these when I'm at college.
Yeah, so I mean this is huge. It's got me a little frazzled, I'm not gonna lie, setting up the whole system and stuff, but hey, hopefully everything goes smoothly. If it doesn't, you probably won't be watching this. So.
But yeah, I mean, quite the game last night. You know, there were some highs and lows.
I thought after the first few minutes, I thought it was over. What did we end up going down?
Well, we were down by, so this is a little stat for you, stat guy back. We're the only team ever since like 98 or something, that we go down 15, then end up winning a game by 30 or more. So
I mean, if you're gonna do the math there, that's a 45-point swing.
Yeah, that's a Timberwolves game for you. You expect stuff like that to happen.
Well, not the win. You don't expect the win. You expect everything up into the win. We're usually the team that'll blow that 15-point lead and then end up losing by 30. So it was a very interesting game, to say the least.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even know how to feel after the game. I just felt kind of weird.
It kind of felt surreal because we both watched it at Peyton's house and we were watching it together. And, you know, the first quarter obviously didn't go our way, you know, going down early. I think that we were not doing too hot in the first quarter. No one could make a shot. And then, you know, the bench gave us a little juice. We had a 40-point second quarter. You know, we came back, tied it up, then took an 8-point lead at halftime. I mean, first of all, performer of the game is Jalen Noel. Let's give some credit to that man right there.
But we knew this was coming after that 19-point quarter in preseason.
Yeah.
Not many people remember that, but Chris was a big Jalen Noel guy. Although he is a big fan of a lot of players on the team.
Jalen Noel was one of my sleepers, definitely. Yep. And you can tell, like, every single game he goes in that he's like the sixth man, he scores double digits. You can count on him for at least 10 points. So I mean, all this does at the end of the day is it makes Jalen Noel a better player by giving him that much more confidence. And if we're buyers at the deadline, like everyone's saying we are, I mean, I wouldn't want to get rid of him, but Jalen Noel just added a lot of stock to his
he
value.
really helped him. He helped us out a lot too. And if you're going to be one of those guys that thinks Jaden McDaniels is up on the trade block, he as well added a lot of value to his trade stock.
He didn't miss a shot until like the last few minutes of the game. I think he was perfect on three-pointer. He was a perfect. I think he was perfect. Besides that one shot, he scored 20 on. I don't even know how many makes. I know he made at least 4 threes. But yeah, another great game from Naz Reid too. That was
Predator.
That. Everyone says he looks like the Predator from that sci-fi movie, but you know, Naz Reid I thought had a really good game. He needed that though. He really needed that because the past few games it seems like he's been missing a lot of layups. I don't know if it's just me that's seeing that, but whenever he takes the ball to the hoop, he misses that layup every single time.
He's a little too strong off the glass.
Yeah, and he was perfect. He was perfect that game though. He hit a couple threes, did his thing in the paint and scored. So we're happy about that. I guess Anthony Edwards, big 27 from him.
How many shots did he shoot? That's the question.
I think
I always
it was
like to add that.
Yeah, so I think it was 22 shots, and I think he made 10 of them.
That's better. That's way better for Ant.
It's below 50%, but not by much. That's a great game. He's going in the locker room thinking, "Wow, I just shot the lights out that game."
No, yeah, that's like a surreal. That's like equivalent to Giannis going 16 for 16 in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
that's how big of a game that was for the Ant-Man himself.
It was great. It was great to see him have a little confidence. There was a play where I don't know which center was in it. It might have been Jackson Hayes, but Anthony Edwards just took it to him right in the paint and backed Jackson Hayes like under the hoop and just had a wide open layup.
Yeah, he bodied his ass.
Bodied him, dude. Like, it was fabulous to see a great game from, I think, all the young guys strung together some of their greatest games of the season at once, and it was really awesome to see, because that was definitely McDaniel's best game. That was definitely Noel's best game, and besides the Anthony Edwards Lakers game, this was probably one of his best games too.
And he went kind of unnoticed after this game. Like, not really many people are giving him the credit he deserves, because he played a hell of a game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess something I kind of saw too was Cat is still kind of not there in a sense.
Lethargic.
Is it lethargic or lethargic?
I don't know. I'm not this.
Whatever
I'm not
the word is.
Guy, so I wouldn't know.
That's what he was. I mean, what did he go? 1 for 10 from the 3-point line, something like that.
Something terrible.
So we had Darren Wolfson on the show. How long ago? Like a couple weeks ago. He's a reoccurring guest.
He's a friend of the show.
A friend of the show. Basshole Hall of Fame, the only member right now.
Only member right now, actually.
But he said a questionable thing, I thought, in my opinion. I thought he's saying Cat's play has to do with his recovery from COVID. I don't know. What's your take on that?
You're putting anyone in a tough position by saying that, because we don't know.
You can't. I don't. If you're Darren, I don't think it's fair to infer that.
Yes, that's what. Unless Cat comes out and says that himself. He said that about Rubio too. I think that's kind of his go-to thing, is that it's COVID induced. But if you can't just, like, he can't say that unless
the player told him, and he said, like, he just had a gut feeling.
Yes.
So I mean, obviously we're not as popping as a news reporter right now, but I don't know if we'd ever make an assumption like that.
No.
About a player.
No.
I don't know.
We make a lot of assumptions.
I think I really think it just boils down to probably still being rusty from the break. I mean, what did he take off? He took off a month at least from the wrist, and then he got COVID, so another 2. He took like 3 weeks off of COVID, so it was a long wait period. I think the thing you can say is he looks skinnier. I think he definitely lost some weight, which is normal for anyone who has COVID. But I don't know, the thing that I've most noticed about Cat's game recently is he has no physicality to it. And I don't know if that possibly could be because of weight loss. I'm not inferring that. I'm just saying maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. He can't back down anyone in the post.
No, it's kind of like that Boogie Cousins and Cat meme where he's just standing there. And that's really what it kind of has looked like. He's looked very weak. And
he's looked a little mechanical, I think is like the right word for it. Like, he looks robotic when he's dribbling the ball. He's taking like guard type step backs and dribble moves. It's really, I don't know. It's got to be just a product because he's not able to get to the rim as physically right now.
Yeah. And what I did notice about this Chris Finch system and the start of the Chris Finch era is Cat came out chucking shots. He shot a lot of shots there to start off.
Yeah. It was,
and that's what you like to see. If that's who we're building the team around and that's our guy, we want him to be aggressive. We can't. There was a game in the at the end of the Saunders era when he didn't shoot a shot in the second half. That's unacceptable. I'd rather have Cat go 1 for 10 from threes than 1 for 1.
Yeah, and he'll pick it up. I mean, we're not really too worried about Cat's.
It's just that out of a game where there's so many positives, that's kind of a negative that you can pull out from it, is that Cat didn't have the best game. And he looked rough, but, like, what do you expect? He's coming off a whole week break. Like, not everyone is going to be right on, and, I mean, it's okay. Everyone stepped up.
Getting into Chris Finch, too. I mean, what a debut of his new offense with a 135-point win. Because, what I would say is I wouldn't credit those past games to him because he had no time to implement a system at all.
This is the first Chris Finch
This was Chris
game.
Finch's first game.
He's 1-0.
And you know what? The players helped him out a lot because they shot almost 50%. Almost 50% from the 3-point line. So, I mean, the players definitely helped him. It was nice to see after the game. There were some videos that surfaced of all the players, dumping water on him. Anthony Edwards got in there a little late. He said he didn't know that's what you do when a coach gets his first win.
I didn't know you do that.
Well, I mean, like, every win is a celebration for the Timberwolves.
That's true, yeah.
It reminded me of the...
Derrick Rose?
Kind of. Well, I was talking about the 2018 Bears. What they did was they had club dub after a win. Like they turned their locker room into a club, and then, I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta celebrate the victories.
If you're not
man.
getting many victories, you gotta celebrate.
You gotta celebrate them.
Savor that feeling.
Yeah, I was happy, man. You know, that's a good start to the Chris Finch era. 135 points. We brought him in to give us some offense, and
he gave us
some offense, and the defense looked good. What did we give up? 105. Take that all day.
Also, I mean, we're missing two of our
best players.
Yeah, two of our top 3 best players, you could argue, and who you've said is our best player right now, which is Beasley.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's indisputable, right? I'm not saying he's the most talented player, but he's been the best player this season, I think.
Yeah, so we're missing our best player. We're missing D'Lo. And we still come out, put a performance like that. If we had those two, do we put up 160? Is that?
I don't know. I mean, is that how it works? You add that many points?
Maybe.
I mean, a lot of props to the young guys, though. They showed out this game.
Yeah, if we had Beasley, would Noel have had that?
Probably not. He wouldn't have had that big of an opportunity. We didn't have a backup point guard, and Noel kind of took the authority off the bench. I mean, do you think about starting him over Rubio?
No. Well, yeah. My thing is, like, usually I'd notice Rubio. I didn't notice Rubio once in that game.
And that might be a good thing.
Like, seriously, I didn't even remember. Like, usually there's something he does.
I think he went like 6 and 8, 1 for 5.
That's the type of Rubio game we want. And I've been called a Rubio hater in the comment section by P Mars, but I mean, maybe. But I saw a quote that Anthony Edwards says that Ricky Rubio is the best leader that he has ever met.
I saw that too, yeah.
So my question is, does that take Rubio out of the trade portal?
No.
Because if your rookie's coming in and saying that this is kind of like a father figure to him, the best leader he has ever had, and then you just go and trade him the next week, how is that?
I mean,
is he trying to save Ricky Rubio by that quote? That is the question.
I don't know. It still doesn't diminish the fact what Ricky Rubio said about the team, though. In my opinion, how he kind of he gave up on the team in that interview, which was, you could argue against it, but he literally said he didn't believe in what the team is building. So, in my opinion, if I'm a teammate, I'm kind of like, F you, like you're part of this.
Not Ant-Man though, Ant. That's what I'm saying. For me, like, as a GM, like, that would kind of make it tough. If this is your guy you're building around is Anthony Edwards, and he says that, you can't just go and trade Ricky Rubio for Norman Powell.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the future holds. I guess that kind of segues us into
what a segue.
The obvious. We've all been hearing the rumors. It's kind of hard not to.
The Timberwolves are dying.
They're dying to get John Collins. They're dying.
They're dying to trade for John Collins. They're literally gonna die as a franchise if they don't make a trade for John Collins.
So, what we're telling you guys is this: when all these rumors come about, I would take every single one with a grain of salt. And sure. I'm like, Peyton and I are not, like over exaggerating that. Like, we've. Even though we're not that big, we've kind of got some insight on a couple things from Darren and them, and a lot of those. Has any of them come to fruition yet that we've gotten?
And that's no disrespect to anyone.
No.
But the original quote Darren, it was actually a quote from a Darren podcast. Darren Wolfson, great friend of the show, by the way.
Great friend of the show. We love Darren.
We love Darren. So I see all over the internet that the Wolves are huge contenders to trade for John Collins, like. No, or it was John Collins.
John Collins
can't play with Cat.
No, it's John Collins camp loves the idea of playing with Cat, and that could be true. That could be true. Who wouldn't want to play with?
But
the big man?
That doesn't mean that he's coming. Because look at it like this: just because John Collins camp wants him to play for the Timberwolves, that doesn't mean that the Atlanta Hawks want to trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. See, he has no leverage.
A thing that. Kind of some solid evidence of this John Collins saga, actually, besides all the hearsay, was he deleted all his Instagram posts, put his profile picture as a black picture, and now
a black screen.
And D'Lo, David Vanderpool, Anthony Edwards, a few other guys started following him recently, like extremely recently, all at the same time. Like Vanderpool doesn't just go out and follow like a random player like that he's never coached before. So I mean. You could. That's one of those things that's like fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're doing it to try to like get him to want to come to the Timberwolves. But again, I don't think he has much leverage in this trade. I mean, they don't really care.
I think the Hawks want to get a lottery pick. That was another thing that was released through the Score podcast, was the Hawks want a lottery pick for John Collins, and we're the kings of lottery picks, I guess. We don't have one this year, but I think the most realistic trade that I've seen that can work for both sides was, I saw Jarrett Culver, Josh Okogie, Wancho trade, and I think a 2024 first, and then I saw John Collins and Tony Snell. So I mean, I would
for what? But there's got to be a way where we can make it so we can get him signed on that long-term deal.
Well, that's the thing.
There's no guarantee.
Well, no,
It'd be a sign and trade.
The Hawks would I think they'd have to give us permission to talk to John Collins to make sure he'd re-sign with us, because the Hawks offered him a big contract, and he didn't. He chose not to sign with them. So I think if Gerson's even thinking about making this move, which I do think he is, I think there's a lot of credible sources that say the Timberwolves are. We'll get into the ESPN source that just came out a day ago, but I think Gerson, the only reason he's pursuing this is because he knows that he has the money and can work and give him that max deal he wants. But the thing is, you have 3 max deals on the book. What's Anthony Edwards getting in 3 years? I guess you can only sign John Collins to a 3-year contract, probably.
Yeah.
And have to choose between him or Ant. So luckily, we have Malik Beasley on such a team-friendly deal that we can do a 3rd max contract.
Seriously, that could be the saver right
Malik
now.
is a GOAT for taking that. Gerson, that was the best move I think he's made so far.
That whole Malik Beasley, everything that he did to get Malik Beasley,
yeah.
that was...
We gave up Rocco and got,
a lot. I don't know the exact threat.
Vanderbilt, Wancho, Malik.
Our whole team right now.
Half our team was from that trade. But, yeah, that was a great move. So adding a 3rd max contract for 3 years until we have to re-sign Ant as a restricted free agent, I think would work perfectly. Get John Collins for 3 years, run it, see how that works.
Because, dude, if we get John Collins, I mean...
That's one of the best starting 5s in the NBA, I think.
With Malik coming off the bench.
No, you could go... Well, this is what you could go.
No, that was with Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. A lot of hypotheticals here. But if we get this John Collins trade, I mean, you got D'Lo, Malik in the backcourt. That's first of all, really good backcourt. That's top 10 backcourt. You have Anthony Edwards at the 3, which obviously John Collins and Cat in the front court. That's one of the top 5 front courts. Maybe top 3 front courts.
And then you got Finchie coaching. He's top 5 coach in the
NBA. You got Noel off the bench. I mean, Rubio too.
And then what? If we still somehow manage to get this lottery pick next year, this top 3 pick,
there's no defense, but
you add in Cade Cunningham.
This is. Okay, we're off topic now, but
so wait, is that the Warriors that we're talking about here? Because
that's the next dynasty. Maybe Rosas has a plan.
That sounds like a dynasty. Dude, I've been watching a lot of Cade Cunningham.
He's he's like the Trevor Lawrence of this draft. Like, if you don't draft him at number 1, you're dumb.
Well, yeah, he's obviously, but he plays so methodically.
He's a good Ben Simmons. Like, he's a Ben Simmons with a shot, is what he is. And get a little off track there, but it's fun to think about those hypothetical situations. But there's a report from an ESPN reporter. I think her first, I don't even know her name. No disrespect to her, but I forgot her name off the top of my head. But she said the Wolves are dying to get John Collins. Like, dying.
No, because the thing is, if we really want him, we can just let whatever happens to him happen this year, and then we can just sign him when he becomes a free agent, if no one takes him.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I just want to get him. Like, I want to get him, dude. I would love John Collins on the team. He's a above average defender. Not great, but he provides fine defense, which it will help Cat.
So what happens if we don't get John Collins and we end up getting Aaron Gordon, who everyone's forgot about? Are you going to be disappointed, or?
That's who I said I'd rather, or that's who we both said we'd rather have, I think.
So now, like, if we end up getting Aaron Gordon, is the fan base going to be upset?
I hope not, because Aaron Gordon would be a great addition. He's a plus defensive player. He's actually a really good defender. Great rebounder. He can put up some points when you need him to. He could be a great 5th option in the starting lineup. I don't know who's calling me.
You gotta check. It could be Oh, is Jacob here?
We got our. Okay, we got cut.
Oh, you. Answer.
What's up, Jacob? You're on the Basshole podcast right now.
Oh, all right. Love it.
What do you think about the John Collins trade, Jacob?
I'm gonna have to research it, but I can give you an opinion here in a few minutes on it. How about that?
Oh, you're gonna come down and join us?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great, guys. Special guest.
Actually, I'll put Chris on the pedestal here. Chris won our fantasy league. For all the listeners out there, so I was gonna tell him to swing by my house and grab his prize money.
Oh, you're not even here?
He's clearly not home, so.
Wait, you're not here?
No, I'm not there yet. I'm on my way.
Oh my god.
All right, so guys, we're gonna have a.
No, he probably won't make it by then.
I don't know. Maybe he'll make it because if you guys are like OG fans, you've seen our podcast with Jacob.
Well, yeah, like 63 people saw that. So maybe he'll.
I was one of those 63 that went and rewatched it.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe he'll make an appearance. You guys will have to see. You'll have to wait and stay tuned.
All right, guys. So as you just heard on the phone, Jacob Dalton is now here, a longtime guest of the show. He probably should have been in the Basshole Hall of Fame before Darren, to be honest. He was our first guest ever.
Yep.
And now he's our first in-person guest we ever had. So he likes to break records here and be the first of everything.
I like to call myself a pioneer.
He's the Basshole pioneer.
Pioneer in the game of podcasting for us, for sure.
Love being with the guys.
He loves it.
So we were in the middle of talking about an Aaron Gordon trade and how that would affect the Timberwolves. I don't know. What percent chance do you guys think a Timberwolves trade goes down? It doesn't have to be Aaron Gordon. Doesn't have to be John Collins. What's the percent chance Rosas makes a move at the deadline? Could start with Peyton.
I mean, so I think that there's a very great chance that he does make some sort of trade, but I don't know if he's going to make a blockbuster trade. I think that he's going to try to get rid of a few assets here just to get picks or lower our cap a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be making a blockbuster trade the way that the media is portraying it. But if that happens, I'm all for it. That's all I got to say. What do you think?
I love that. What do you think, Jacob?
You know, I'm gonna give it if we're talking numbers, I'm gonna give it a 60% here.
I can live with that. I mean,
a 60% what?
Chance of this trade happening with Aaron Gordon. You know.
Jacob is an insider. This is Timberwolves insider Jacob Dalton here.
Yeah.
So if ESPN hears this and they want to use that quote and maybe post that online that there's a 60% chance that Timberwolves will make a move on Aaron Gordon, I think that'd be a pretty credible source here.
I mean, I got to roll with him on that one, though. That was kind of really intelligent what he just said about the 60% chance. I mean...
That will get Aaron Gordon or that will make a move?
No, just a move, because you know how aggressive he is at the trade deadline. I mean, there's got to be something. So I guess... I don't know. The outlook of the Timberwolves is kind of bright in my opinion. I don't know. I see us right now with an 8-29 record. Do we pull a couple wins together? I don't know.
Well, what are you saying? We're gonna get to that 10 seed? Is that?
I like the look of last night.
He watched the game with us last night, and that was. If that was your first Timberwolves game you've watched, was that your first one?
Yeah.
Then you were probably thinking we're looking like the 5th or 6th seed in the West.
The 2016 Warriors, kind of.
I mean, that was
that.
That was a blowout. We beat them by 30 points. So in that game last night, who stuck out to you? What are some as a non-big Timberwolves fan? What's something that stuck out to you?
I'm not a fan of Okogie.
There you go. He's already an insider. That's a great take.
But I hadn't watched Anthony Edwards play yet. I know it's been 30 some games in, but I haven't watched a whole lot of NBA this year. But I liked what I saw on Anthony Edwards. He put up a lot of shots, but
yeah, he's a high volume guy.
He's a confident guy, and then you need someone like that because he can pull them together when they need it. That's the feel I got from it.
Yeah, he seems like he's going to be a great leader in the future for sure.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on McDaniels? Did you even know who he was coming into that game last night?
You were making fun of his legs a lot. We gotta address that. Jacob was roasting the guy.
He was not a fan of his.
Never heard of leg day, clearly. But he can probably jump twice as high as me, so I can't even say anything.
I mean,
about it.
So what were you saying about how like these guys have the best? Just
yeah. Well, I was looking at these guys on the floor, and I was thinking like, not a lot of them have a lot of upper body like muscle on them. Like that. To be blunt about it, a lot of them look like they've never seen a weight in their life. And I was just thinking like these guys have access to like some of the best trainers in the world. They got nutrition help like that. They can tell someone to make them a program, get their nutrition, get all their food provided for them. I was just like, yeah, you can hire a chef. And I was like, I feel like these guys should be a little bit more built and bigger for being professional athletes with access to the best resources.
I'd agree with you.
In the world.
I mean, in the defense of the Timberwolves, I think Jaden McDaniels may be the skinniest guy I've ever seen too. So,
I mean,
especially waist down.
He's a very skinny guy. But
athletic though.
So I've been watching, have you seen those YouTube videos where like the GQ videos or Complex or whatever, when they talk about their like first $1 million that they spent and they break it down, and then have you seen the guy who reacts to that? He's like a financial advisor who reacts.
Yeah, and he tells them what they're doing wrong with their money.
So like every single purchase they do, he like says like, oh, like that's not a good investment, like you shouldn't buy a Bentley because whatever.
Yeah.
Appreciates.
So what do you think that he thinks is the number one thing you should invest in as an athlete?
Your body.
Yeah. That's what he says. That's all he talks about is like
he says that?
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Like you look at like Tom Brady, LeBron James, they spend so much money on their bodies because like I don't know, like that just makes sense.
Yeah, so, I don't know if this number's right, but I heard something that LeBron spends like $1 million a year on his body, like his nutrition and stuff.
Yep. So you think if Jaden McDaniels spent $1 million, like if he was off his rookie contract and getting paid, the man spends $1 million on his body each year. Does he look like LeBron at the end of his career?
He's got the frame. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the frame for it, but he's got the frame where you can put on a lot of muscle. Clearly,
there's a lot.
He could get there.
You get him on a 6-month program. Do you think he gains 20 pounds?
Oh yeah, maybe 30.
With the Smith
no
machine.
Smith machines. Those are banned. I bet he could gain 30 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah, I think so too.
What if he went on the
20.
Chris Jansen workout routine? Do you think he could gain 20 pounds?
I went from 150 to 170 in 9 months. I mean, he's a professional athlete, so he can definitely do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, so now that the Timberwolves talk's kind of out of the way, we've done it a little bit, but we kind of got to address our new channel a little bit more here on Basshole Media, because did we give them a little glimpse into it last time?
We talked about it a little bit on our like Basshole Live, but we got like 60 views on that video, so I don't know.
Well, I guess to catch you guys up, obviously a lot of you are fishing fans on this channel. We love fishing. We still want to keep doing fishing. A lot of you watch us for our Timberwolves content. Some of you watched us for our podcast, like just our normal Basshole Live podcast. So what we're doing is creating a new channel called Basshole Lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Ooh. Yes,
Basshole
sir.
Lifestyle. The channel I think is already made.
Yeah, we got 2 subs already.
So 2 subs.
Get in there
Make
before
that
the top.
3.
Get in there before the top 10, man.
Yeah, but
big feeling.
This is a big news because like none of our fishing videos are going to be going up on Basshole Media anymore. All our fishing videos are going to be up on the new channel. We're going to be doing all types of stuff. We just filmed a video today, actually. We can tell them what it is, right?
Yeah, we can tell them what it is. We can't tell them the results.
Yeah, so Peyton and I played a 1v1 today in basketball.
Yes, sir.
At our homeschool gym.
Well, so there's all these other basketball podcasts that you hear. There's Dane Moore, Darren Wolfson. To call them out, Chatterwolves. You never see these guys play basketball.
Can they hoop?
No, so, man. I don't think they can. I don't think these kids ever played basketball.
No disrespect, but you never see them play basketball. So now, if you watch this one-on-one video, you can actually see us play basketball.
That's what we call credibility.
Yeah. I mean, and some of it might be uncredibility because you'll actually see our skills and you'll be like, okay, like, who are these guys? But at least we're putting ourselves
out of all those podcast guys, in a 2-on-2 game, I'd take us every single game.
Darren, man, I don't know.
Darren and Dane, 2v2 versus us. I mean, that's a bloodbath.
Should we start a tournament?
I think... Okay, I know Chatterwolves watches this for sure, right?
Sometimes, yeah, he comments.
If any of the Timberwolves YouTubers, podcasters, social media influencers watching this want to hoop and you're in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area, Peyton and I are down.
Any day of the week, we'll play you.
Any day of the week. So we'll post on Lifestyle. Maybe we'll start a little series.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Lifestyle channel is gonna have that 1v1 up probably.
I'll probably throw a little clip in here right now just so you guys can see a little highlight of that video.
Predictions in the comments.
Yeah, who do you think won? Chris is 6'8".
No, so lay it out, Jacob. I'm 6'3".
Chris 6'3", lanky build.
Jaden McDaniels
175.
Quit once. If I ate a lot today, I'm 175.
175. Okay, 6'3", 175. Peyton, 6 foot, 160-ish.
153.
153. You know, a little
3-year varsity player over here. 3-year varsity player. Actually, 2 3-year varsity players. 1 freshman quit. Freshman high school basketball player. Too good, so I had to leave after freshman year.
Attended IMG for a year. But
yeah, you did a post-grad year.
But yeah, so these guys both got a lot more basketball skill than I do. So it's a really interesting 1v1. Like there's some surprises.
Size versus experience. Who wins?
Right.
There you go.
There you go. But
and if you want to run threes with a guest sub,
is anyone beating us? Is anyone beating?
We can do that too.
No one's beating us. Not even
the chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so we've been playing ball since a while. Like I don't know.
Jump.
It's from the jump.
So yeah, I think that'd be awesome if someone actually wants to play us and assemble a team. I think that'd be a great video for Basshole Lifestyle to post.
But yeah, 2, we're going to Florida tomorrow. So we're gonna be trying to make like 2 to 3 fishing videos, and we'll have a Twins summer league vlog.
Spring training.
Video.
Yeah, we're going to a spring training game. So there you go. That's 4 videos on the new channel.
You guys all got to go to the new channel. We're gonna link it below. Basshole Lifestyle.
And we'll probably like keep reminding you guys just to like make sure to have a few people head over there each video just to help grow our audience.
I mean, all the fishing fans, you got to go over there to watch content now. It's not going to be on this channel anymore. So
for sure.
But yeah, it was a good episode today.
It was an interesting
Great to have a special
episode.
guest.
And yeah, we're about to throw another clip here of another special guest in here that we filmed a little bit ago. But he provides some great insight on 2K, and I don't even know what else he talked about.
I think I
already know who it is.
It was we talked about what the Wolves would go if they got John Collins. What seed?
Yeah, so just stick around for that bonus clip, and you know what? Thanks for watching. Thank you to Boomerang for sponsoring this video, and you know what? Have a great rest of your weekend, and have a great day whenever you're watching this. See you guys.
All right, guys. So we cut out there after the Jacob phone call. We got a special guest though. Wants to remain anonymous. We wanted to get his thoughts on the John Collins trade. So if we get John Collins, what's the deal? Are we a playoff team with that roster, do you think?
Well, if we were all healthy, we'd be a playoff team. But
think so?
Yeah.
I think we'd be a playoff team too, all healthy. I'm
maybe
not gonna lie
10th
with you.
seed.
10th seed. Ooh, with the D'Lo, Malik, Ant-Man, John Collins, Cat lineup, I give us the third, fourth seed with a healthy with a good bench. I'm no cap.
Cap.
Ask him who the best 2K card is right now. The best sleeper card on the 2K market.
Ooh.
All right, guys, and last question for Mr. Anonymous here.
Don't have to say that.
So you like my team, right? That's your game mode on 2K?
Yeah.
Who is the best card on 2K right now that you've got the opportunity to play with?
For my team, I've probably got this new Donovan Mitchell Galaxy Opal.
Donovan Mitchell Galaxy Opal. I'm a sporadic 2K player, so my best card right now is Pink Diamond Ben Simmons. Unstoppable. He's best card in the game. No doubt in my mind. I could whoop anyone with that card.
I wouldn't say that. You'd get destroyed.
Maybe me and this guy will have to play a game and stream it. So Stay tuned for that.
All right.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Good job, Han.
That was a little weird.
We'll see if that makes the final.
I don't think that
Final
should.
cut.
That should not be. That was just bad.
Where are we at right now? I don't even know what you ended on it before Jacob called.